Welcome back everybody, Brandy with Honest Apron, and today we're making egg roll in a bowl because I want to have lunches for the week all prepped out and not have to worry about it. So why don't you stick around and I'll show you how to make it. We're going to start off with the long grain white rice, the chicken stock and our bone broth. Either one works, it does not really matter. Just pour it on in. I know what you're thinking, oh my gosh, you're not going to measure it with how much rice you put in. Nah. I use a good old method of where it's at with my finger. I normally come up right to the first knuckle and I make sure that my finger's all the way at the top of the rice. I also add a tablespoon of butter and some salt. So you're gonna start off with your 2 pounds of ground pork. Now let's get it on the stove. I'm sure you can hear it. We got the pork on, it's sizzling away. Now we wanna get everything going for our sauce. I'm gonna start off by peeling some ginger and then we're gonna peel some garlic. Always use the backside of a spoon to get the good peels. To this, I'm gonna need 5 cloves of garlic. And remember, I'm doubling the recipe, so I'm going to need 10 cloves of garlic. We're gonna check on the rice. I'm pretty sure that it's ready to put the lid on it. Let's go take a look. So as you can see, it's boiling, so let's put the lid on. When you put the lid on your rice, make sure that you turn it down to low and you're gonna let it simmer for 15 to 20 minutes and you're gonna check on it when it's all done. Do not lift the lid before then. If, for some reason, you have a rice cooker, you're more than welcome to use that. I don't, I do it on the stove. No hate, it's just how I do it. As you can see, it's browning up pretty good. Let's give it a good mix and we'll put it back on the stove. Now you just wanna chop your garlic, all of it. When you're done, you're gonna want it to look like this. And I'm pretty sure my awesome husband, AKA cameraman, sped that up for you so you didn't have to sit there and wait the whole time. We're gonna do the same thing now with the knob of ginger. You're gonna wanna put the garlic and the ginger in a measuring cup. You're gonna wanna take your liquid amino acids, or if you use full-fledged soy sauce, you can use that too, but you're gonna need about 1 cup if you have it. If not, that's okay. Remember, I am doubling the recipe. Oh my gosh. Exactly the amount that I needed. And you could just stop here if you want. However, I always like to add just a little bit more to my sauce. I have a little bit of ponzu, a tiny little bit of sesame oil. That was probably like a tablespoon. And then last and certainly not least, I like to go with the hoisin. Oh, and you know what? I did say last and not least. Nope, I lied. The unagi. If you have any unagi sauce, this has got such a good flavor to it. It's very umami for the unagi. I know, you see what I did there? Let's go ahead and give it a mix. And if you want, you can always add some red pepper flake in here. If you like a little bit more spicy, some hot sauce. Literally, the recipe is all yours. You can always change it up a little bit. I mean, it's egg roll in a bowl. Who doesn't like that? All right, off camera, I did add a little bit of salt, pepper, garlic to it before I brought it over. I always like to season my meat. She's all ready to go. If you decide to make this with anything other than ground pork, you can do ground chicken, you can do ground beef, you can do tofu. It's, again, versatile recipe. What you're gonna wanna do is if your meat is extra fatty, strain it. Mine, it doesn't have a lot of fat in there. You can see it. See, everything's looking good, no fat. To this, because I am doubling it, remember, we're going to want to use some coleslaw. Now, we're just going to pour that in there. Add the other one. Give it a good toss. Sorry, a good mix. We're going to get it back on that stove. We want everything to cook down. We want that, I mean, it looks like a lot now, but that cabbage is going to wilt, and it's going to wilt a lot. So let's get it back on that. This is how we want it to look right before we add our sauce. Go ahead and mix it on up again and throw it on in. To let everything thicken back up, we're gonna put it back on the stove again. Then it should be time. Oh, this smells so good already. That fresh ginger is so, it's potent. I grabbed the rice to check on it. Ooh, she looks done. Let's go ahead and give her fluffs. Oh, that's perfect. All right, now that she's all fluffed, let's put her back on the stove so she can hang out until it's dinner time. With everything that we cook, we should always taste to see if there's anything we need to add. So let's go ahead and give it a quick little taste. That's hot. That's money. We're gonna put it back on to let it render down a little bit more. We want that to get the sauce to get nice and thick. Let's put it back on. Now that everything's ready, let's assemble. Get yourself some of that delicious egg roll in a bowl. Put it right on top of the rice. You know what? I actually do like the juice, so we're gonna filter some out. Once it sits long enough, it should get all nice and thick in there. However, I'm impatient and I want to eat now. And I did go ahead and dice up some green onions to top it with. So let's do some little toppies. Now that we have it plated up, let's taste it up, shall we? You guys know it's gonna be delicious. That's delicious. It's so umami flavor with everything that I put in there. The ginger, it very sticks out. That garlic, it hits you, but it's not bad. But you know what? There is one thing I want to add to this, because you know, honest apron, it's always got your back. Give me 1 second, guys. To give it another layer of flavor, we're gonna add a little bit of sriracha to the top. So let's try that. Ooh, that came out pretty quick, you guys. Gotta be careful sometimes with your sriracha. Now let's have a bite. I felt like it was missing just a little heat there. That takes it to a whole nother level. I want you to go out and make this, and I want you to tell me what you changed, what you liked. If you kept it the same, tell me. Tell everybody. Share this, like it, subscribe. Then you know when the next video comes out. And I'm gonna tell you what, if you guys have videos that you want me to make, just start sending them to me. I would love to make what you guys are making. Until next time, everybody, Brandy with Honest Apron.